Library of Congress.
Wow.
Yeah. So their needles are very expensive now.
What do you think a party is like in the Library of Commerce?
A party?
A turntable party.
I would say it's like this. It's like Rhapsody in Blue, and then maybe a little bit of Rachmaninoff.
What's the?
Oh, should I put mine on?
If you want to look professional.
I don't even know. Which way's which?
I thought you were.
Is that right or left?
I guess they don't.
I am not an audio tech. I'm not even a musician.
I guess you don't need headphones for a record player.
I have no idea what's going on here. I can only hear myself.
We're on Earth right now.
But what's the point of the headphones if I can't hear you?
You can hear me, right?
No.
You can?
No. These aren't.
I guess. Oh, let's see.
Hello?
Yo.
Oh, yeah. Now I can.
Oh,
hear.
yeah.
And I can hear myself, too.
That's good.
Oh, this is weird. Now this is fun. And
now we're in the 21st century.
No, this is professional shit right now. Anyway, I'll stop cussing. I know that this is a good Christian college. So
yeah, don't fucking curse on here.
I appreciate you.
Welcome
to the Gulf Coast. Welcome to the Gulf Coast. Welcome to the Gulf Coast.
Welcome, guys, to the Gulf Coast Music Podcast.
Hello.
So honored to be here today with our new wave, Mr. Nick from Mobile Records.
Nick Piaski. It's a rough name, but I'm Prussian. We don't exist anymore.
Man, I love you, brother.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Quincy. I appreciate you having me on. Did I mess my hair up too much? I don't know. I've never been on camera this long.
You're slick, man. You're as you mentioned earlier, you're archaic. I thought that was a great way to describe your
definitely
existence.
Don't really do everything the way everybody else does.
Right.
Yeah.
Our means of getting to Spring Hill, would you like to describe to the audience?
Oh, I don't own a cell phone.
Right.
And then when you called me, I said, just tell me what building you are in and what the room number is, and I'll find you. And that's how the world used to work.
Right. I can't imagine, I remember seeing, like, in Scooby-Doo, maybe, where, like, they would hold a map up to get to their destination.
Oh, I mean, that's how the world worked for centuries.
Yeah, beats me.
I know, it's funny.
Yeah.
Row Raggy? No, I was really shocked when I looked up the Academy's, Spring Hill College's map, and I could not find the building name.
Right.
So this
but
is
like I said, the
old
LAC
building.
as an acronym it makes it a little tougher. But it's great that we got you here. You ran a red light on the way.
You made me.
The person behind me was driving fast. I couldn't.
I was really upset with you, but it's okay. I gave you the finger. I don't know if you know that, but
that was a really funny reaction.
you're okay.
So owning a record store. Actually, one more archaic bit.
Sure.
I loved how you said growing up that you would enjoy like spending time in different buildings and adventures.
Oh yeah.
Would you like to spread any of those stories?
I was a library kid, so I would spend hours and hours and hours in public libraries when other kids would be playing basketball or running around or playing Nintendo, and I was the weird kid at the microfiche machine.
What's a microfiche?
So it was like film strips, basically, or
Gotcha.
like, let's say photographic negatives, but they were positive.
Yeah.
And you'd put them into a machine, and it would shoot light down, and then it would project them up onto a screen yay big.
Right.
So you could read newspaper articles from century ago.
We had like an advanced version of that in elementary school where like this teacher would kind of like zoom in on her notes with a light, and then you'd see it on the big screen.
Well, that was an overhead projector. Yeah. Similar, but not the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would read articles about history and things, period. And then sometimes I would find myself really wanting to spend the night there. And I did.
What's the best spot to hide in a library?
Underneath the stairs with a bunch of boxes next to you so nobody can see you.
Wow,
and you better
man.
not move either because they all have motion detectors. So you just
Well, nowadays,
no, even back then.
have you
I mean,
tried
this is-
hiding in a
it's
library nowadays?
It's like the early '90s.
When's the last time you hid in a library?
I'm 45 years old, grandfather now, so it's been a long, long, long time. Um, in Portland, Oregon, I spent pretty much most of a night in a library, and
You can still score at 44.
I really don't want to. I'm good. I'm happy to be in a bed. I've done it enough.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So if you're like underneath the stairs, were there any times where like a officer would parole past and you'd be a little nervous?
No officers.
Not an officer, like a library.
No security guards either. No, these are small libraries that like people would. Well, Portland was different, so that was the trouble. And like I literally because they did have security.
In Portland libraries.
Yeah, the main branch of the Portland, Oregon Library. So.
And were you nervous then?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's what it was all.
I pretty much ran that day, but
What do you mean ran?
I got the hell out of there as quick as I could.
Like the night after or the day after the
No, in the early morning, early morning, like before it was light out, like 4 a.m. I had steps and stuff, and I found an emergency exit. And stuff, like I got out of there. But most of the time,
You did the Scooby Doo. Da-da-da-da.
so it was called squatting back in the day. It's still called squatting, but there's a real famous song by a guy named Black Randy, and it goes, "I slept in an arcade," and that was sort of an inspiration to me.
Got you.
Yeah, but that's not my gig anymore, man.
That's good.
I still enjoy the idea. When you brought me into this building, I was like, wow, I could spend a week in here.
Easy.
I
Piece
just
of cake.
find a cubby hole and spend the night. You guys got a refrigerator full of everybody else's food.
Yeah. We've got some people hiding beneath us right now.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Just a joke. Anyway,
That's their alarm clock.
yeah, right on. Wake up, get out of here.
No, that's really cool. I wish this were a not a music podcast, so we could just talk about your experiences with that. But with the record store business, what got you into that?
So I started collecting records at 11 years old.
Yeah.
I was exposed to records very, very early. I would say by 8 or 9 years old, I was actively listening to records fairly often, my folk stuff.
Right.
And then at 11, I was able to find a record store that sold them. And since I had access to players, and when I was 11, it was 1991. So therefore, they were nothing. They cost $0. I mean, people were just throwing records in the garbage in that era. And when I wanted something, it would be 10 cents, 25 cents, 50 cents, $1. So I was.
And why is that again? That people were throwing it away?
It was the era of transition from cassette to CD, and records were just deemed as like an archaic,
Right.
completely useless format. It was too heavy. It didn't matter anymore.
Right.
And I have hundreds of people that I've talked to who have regretted throwing their record collections away at this point.
Right, because 30 years later, it becomes the vintage cool thing.
I call it the 30-year cycle. It's amazing
Really?
that you said that. So when you're 10 years old and you love something,
Yeah.
30 years later, you're 40, you can afford to buy it. And that's why it's worth more money. So if you can buy something and hang on to it for 30 years, generally speaking, almost no matter what it is, if it's somewhat collectible and in the era of that or area of that, you're going to multiply your money by a lot. But it's
If
really
you can
tough. It's tough to convince your wife to let you hang on to crap for 30 years.
Right. The Pokemon cards have to go.
Yeah, but they shouldn't, because now you're a millionaire if you have your Pokemon cards from 35 years ago.
Dude, I was on a bus one time when I was fourth grade, and I was in the back of the bus, and I'd just gotten like 500 Pokemon cards, binders full. One kid asked to like see a couple of them or one specific one, and I opened it up and dropped them all, scattered across the bus. The bus like stopped a few times. They just kept moving
no.
everywhere. Other kids, yeah. Lost them.
Oh, that
Got off the
stinks.
bus crying that day. Probably not though. Never cried.
I would hope you didn't have a foiled Charizard in there. It's the only card I know. I'm not a Pokemon guy. I do play Magic still, though, which is funny. So Magic the Gathering came out in 95, I think.
Okay.
And I ended up playing it at about 17, 18 years old with some friends. And
Gotcha.
when I got down to Mobile here 25 years ago, I ended up finding that my wife had a box of them from a previous boyfriend. And I said, do you know anything about these? Have you ever played this? And she's like, no. So I taught her. And to this day, we actually play Magic 3-4 times a week. It's really weird, but it keeps me and her together.
Yeah.
It's a really, really happy. It's like playing dominoes.
Does it get competitive?
Oh God, yeah.
What is Magic exactly?
It's similar to it's a collectible card trading game.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So it's not Pokemon. It's more swords and sorcery style, like Dungeons and Dragons meets Pokemon, basically.
Fair.
Yeah, but it's really, really famous. It's owned by Disney now, which is really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
Anyway,
Music feeds the soul, but food feeds the future. Right here on the Gulf Coast, thousands of families don't know where their next meal is coming from. Feeding the Gulf Coast is changing that tune one meal at a time. Imagine this. For every $1, you can provide up to 5 meals. That's like turning a quiet solo into a full-blown jam session of hope for someone in need. Let's turn the volume up on kindness and down on hunger. Visit feedingthegulfcoast.org to donate today, because together we can make sure no one goes hungry on or off the stage. Feeding the Gulf Coast, because every community deserves an encore. Whoa, 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 don't let the dogs out. The City of Mobile Animal Shelter has many loving pets ready for a nice home. Whether you're looking for a dog like Snoop or a cat like Doja, the City of Mobile Animal Shelter is where you can find your next friendly companion. They're located at 855 Owen Street, and you can stop by anytime between 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We all need a little bow wow in our lives. Call 251-208-2800 because the City of Mobile Animal Shelter has you covered. That's 251-208-2800. Roof.
To the record store.
yeah.
I've got a lot of questions.
Go for it.
First of all, the philosophy behind it. One thing that you said that I'll never forget in our first interaction was, as I don't know how we got to the specific conversation of it, but you said you enjoy having enough to live by and not too much to where you can't sleep at night. Or, sorry,
No, you're almost there.
almost
Yeah.
there. It's when it comes to like selling the products, you don't want to feel regretful.
I basically told you that I'm not really a capitalist,
Right.
and that I don't care too much about being rich. I care to be happy.
Yeah.
And if I have to hurt somebody to be rich, I don't want to do that.
Right.
I like to be able to sleep at night, is what I said.
Right.
And 14 years of owning a record store, working at a record store, and now owning it. Never had a brick thrown through the window.
Yeah.
Never had anybody come back in and go, "You screwed me." And I really pride myself on that. And I really am happy that the owner, previous owner, his name is Mr. Keith Glass. He's incredibly famous in Australia. Look him up. He's got a Wikipedia page.
That's cool.
And he was the original burger in the original Australian cast of Hair. All you Hair fans out there. Anyway, he and I had a similar love of the idea of sharing music, caring about music, being a steward to make sure that things were not lost and forgotten. He even wrote an article every 2 months for an Australian magazine called Rhythms, called Lost in the Shuffle, and I would find and help him find these records, and they had to be on a major label. No tiny little, discarded solo piece that somebody made in their backyard. Major label albums that were super good, that just fell under the radar because of sea changes in music industry.
Just the timing of when they released.
Yeah,
them.
like I mean, when like grunge hit, there's a lot of really great albums that were not grunge in 90, 91
Right.
that got literally shelved because they were like, well, this won't sell. This is too pop. People want chunk, chunk.
Gotcha.
You know. And one of those is a band called Jellyfish. Their album's called Spilt Milk. It's brilliant.
Really?
It's it's the love of
World will be so
like
different.
60s pop psychedelia and the Beach Boys kind of thrown in there.
Right.
And if you ever listen to Spilt Milk by Jellyfish, it is the most underrated album ever put out in 1991. That was the most amazing year for music, by the way, in my lifetime. Some people
How old
might
were
say
you?
1991.
How old were you?
I was 11.
Oh, interesting.
But
It's typical
in
people's-
91, you're talking Pearl Jam 10, Soundgarden, Bad Motorfinger, Nirvana, Nevermind, Sonic Youth, Dirty, Tribe Called Quest, Low End Theory.
It's like 2016 rap.
It's
SoundCloud
just
era.
an amazing year.
Yeah.
Every album that came out that was in the era of the topping the charts or in the top 20 is now considered an absolute classic. And there's very few years that can do that. 69, 81's another year because you
Yeah.
had Thriller and there was a lot of other albums in
I
81.
bought that from you recently.
Yeah. Did it play well?
I haven't put it on the record yet. I bought it on Tuesday.
That's your fault.
I know.
All right.
I shouldn't have slept that night.
I'm just giving you.
What's the process of ordering records?
You go through multiple distribution centers. There's about 4 major ones in the country, but we usually use one major distribution center, and then there's about 2 or 3 subs. And sub distribution centers are wonderful because what they do is they basically buy up overstock and or stores that go out of business.
Right.
They'll buy up all of their old used stock. So you're allowed to get things through them that are unavailable, period, out of print, and often cheaper than most places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's seeing the Thriller and Amy Winehouse's Bob Marley's the Beatles. I mean, you got the biggest names for $20, $15.
Well, thank you. I try to keep them cheap, but
Right.
some of them, new vinyls, just nightmarish
Right.
prices, though.
Yeah, just to put that into perspective of what we were talking about earlier with being able to go to sleep at night. I mean, if you're selling them for $15, record labels that, not labels, but vinyls that when you search them up on Amazon go for $200. I mean, you better be sleeping like 12
Well,
hours at night.
So there's a huge difference between a $200 copy of Thriller
Right.
and a brand new copy of Thriller. And a $200 copy of Thriller better have Michael's autograph on it.
Ah, right.
Or it might maybe a promotional copy of the album, something
Yeah.
like that. There better be something super special about it.
With something visual. I mean, you can't change the audio.
Well, even a perfect copy of that album sealed
Yeah.
from the era, from 81, maybe $175.
Right.
So when I order new vinyl, the margins are terrible. It's a good way to go out of business. The only thing that keeps me open is selling used vinyl, basically, and like adjunct product, T-shirts, which I print these myself.
Repping it.
Thank you.
Really
I
tough
don't know
to
if you guys can see that, but
Like,
yeah, we're good.
arch your back.
Oh yeah, I'm not sitting up straight that well. I'm not good at posture. I'm sorry about that, y'all. I'm like Pete Davidson over here. Hey everybody. Anyway, no. So our margins are literally like $6 on 20 on new vinyl.
Yeah.
It's really really bad. But there are stores that somehow survive off of just new vinyl. And the only way that I can think that they're doing that is by edging up their margins just a hair, maybe 30 on 20, so they're making 10. And then they gotta sell at least 300 a week.
Right. Maybe in Nashville at a.
Yeah, I
parking
mean
lot or
major
something.
market stores. That's really where that's how they can survive with.
What if there were like a record store food truck? where you didn't have to pay for real estate?
Well, Third Man Records out of Nashville, Jack White's label, actually has a record truck.
That's cool.
And it's pretty successful for him, but it's its own label, and it's like all the product that he sells out of there is direct from the factory. So he just has a really good margin on everything that he sells.
Right.
But
it's niche to his label.
It's funny that you say that, though. So Mobile Records, the name of the store that I run, there are other mobile records, but they're mobile.
Right.
And they are vans full of records. And there are people who actually run record stores out of like little RVs
Right.
or VW wagons. And they do pretty well because what they can do is they can hit up a market and buy stuff and then go to the market where they know they can sell it.
Right.
And I work that way too. If I go to a record convention, let's say in Atlanta, and I find on the floor in somebody's $2 bin a bunch of Louis Armstrong or Wet Willie, Allman Brothers, Capricorn Record stuff that sells really well down here.
Gotcha.
I can buy it fairly cheap from them.
Oh, dude.
And
that's
they're happy
funny.
to sell it, and then I can bring it back down here, and I can put, let's say I buy a Louis Armstrong for like $3 at a show.
It's funny how the consumers differ from state to state.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, region to region. It doesn't even have to be state to state. There's like certain, like I can sell Wet Willie like no tomorrow because it's a Mobile area band.
Right. Yeah. But like Louis Armstrong.
Louis, he did not like Louis.
Gotcha.
Just letting you know. But anyway, he really didn't. He thought Louis was an insult. He's like, I'm not a kid. My name's Louis. But nobody respected that, so they just kept calling him Louis.
Hey fighters, listen up. Are you tired of feeling like your conditioning holds you back in competition? It's time to bridge the gap between theory and real performance. At Dexter's Fitness Center, we're launching a combat sports strength and conditioning program designed for boxers, kickboxers, MMA fighters, and combat athletes who want to get faster, stronger, and more flexible while building the endurance to go the distance. No more outdated workouts, no more burnout. This program is built to enhance your skill work, prevent injuries, and maximize your potential without wasting your time or overwhelming your body. Training starts August 12th at Dexter's Fitness Center, 1900 Government Street, Mobile, Alabama. Sessions are Tuesdays and Thursdays from 6:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. If you're ready to step into every fight confident, prepared, and in peak condition, call 251-709-2654 or email contact@dextersfitnesscenter.com today. Let's build the fighter you're meant to be.
But anyway,
I don't know what's more fascinating, your just extravaganza knowledge of pop culture or the fact that you're surviving without a cell phone.
okay.
But both of those, I mean, and like
Surviving without a cell phone is nothing, man. Come on.
break it down for me.
It's not a big deal. I'm at the record store noon to 6 every single day. If you need to get in touch with me, call the record store. And I'm.
How do you know which time it is?
What?
I'm joking.
Oh yeah. So I don't wear a watch either,
Right.
and I don't
Really?
know what day of the week it is sometimes, and I rarely give a crap. It's just my lifestyle.
You're an anomaly.
I just have tried to avoid stress and responsibility my entire life.
It's all-
Entirely. And it's not working out so great now that I own a store. There's a lot more involved now. So I do have to actually know what day of the month it is now.
But how'd you become the store owner? Like,
Since I collected records since I was 11, I've got about 4,500 records in my house. And I lived
that's a record.
3 blocks away from where the store that I run now is. And when I saw the sign go up, I was knocking on his door until he let me in.
Caveman style.
Oh, no, I mean it. I was like, let me in. And he's like, not yet. Come back tomorrow and let me in. Oh, give me 2 more days. And then when he finally let me in, my wife was teaching at Virginia College at the time. And I was being a stay-at-home dad. So when the kids were at school, I was up at that record store. And she came home from work one day after about 2 weeks of me being up at that record store for 4 or 5 hours a
did
day.
the record store.
Just digging through records all day long and talking stuff with these guys and, you know, customers and the owner.
Wow.
She looked at me and she's like, if you don't get a job up there, I'm not going to let you up there anymore. And I was like, well, you can't stop me, but I get the point. So I made
Your
sure.
face is green, honey.
I made sure I got that job. I literally just looked at him and I was like, I'm going to make this store big and popular and you're going to need me. Here's my card. And I literally handed him a card that said Johnny on the spot, which is an old term for I'm going to be there right away. And I had my phone number.
You're awesome, man.
Well, it worked out really well. He became one of my best friends of my entire life.
And so he just after how many years was he like the store's yours?
At about 8 years into it, I realized that he was, well, I was getting paid very, very much what I would call teenager pay.
Right.
And
Probably more than I'm making right now.
it was like $10 an hour is what I was getting. So I didn't want to admit it, but I am.
Post tax.
No,
No, I'm saying like
pre-tax.
yeah.
So at about 8 years into it, he mentioned to me that he was cutting me in for points every year. And I had no idea how generous he was being.
Oh wow.
So when he finally moved and retired and moved to his home country again,
Wow.
he essentially sold me the store for about 1/8 of what its value is.
Wow.
And it's really no skin off my back. I didn't have to take a loan out for it. Basically, the earnings that the store makes, I'm paying pretty much what he paid me. So we kind of just switched places. So
Is
he
a
gets
ge-
$10 an hour for not being there.
right.
Right. Yeah.
He's a genius.
It worked. He could have sold it for $150,000 to a guy. And when that guy came in and started talking to me, they wouldn't buy it unless I was managing it for them.
Oh really?
But I really wanted a buyout contract. I was like, well, if he wants to fire me and hire his kid to work here, what's going to stay, So I was like, put $50,000 in the contract for me. So if he buys, if he fires me, he owes me $50,000. And when I talked to him, he was talking about, he was like, yeah, I can't wait to put incense and tapestries and everything else in here. And my teenage daughter and her friends are so excited to just hang out and help out. And I was like, wow, you're going to destroy this store.
Yeah.
So it didn't happen. And thank God it didn't happen.
You had to talk to the first guy about it.
Oh, when I mentioned it to Keith, I was like, wow, did you know that this is his plans? And he looked at me and he was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't want it destroyed.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's doing fine. He's got his own cash. He's got his own thing.
Yeah. Had to put
you
that
know,
child desire on him.
There was just no reason for him to need that money,
Yeah.
basically. So this is an awful lot of detail about him, and I'm sorry about this, Keith. I don't know if you're ever going to see this, but I apologize.
Sorry, Keith. That was my Australian accent.
Oh, yeah. Oh, right.
Oh, Keith.
Mate.
So, as a record store owner, what's your favorite type of music?
I really love all.
Yeah.
It's too hard to say no to anything that's good for its genre. That's definitely what I would say. I like music that, for what its purpose is great. That's as simple as it gets. If it's country western and it's done really, really well, I like it.
Gotcha.
If it's punk rock and it's done really, really well, I like it. If it's death metal and it's done perfectly, I like it.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Sorry about that.
What's your opinion on cross-genring that you see nowadays?
I don't mind it. I think there's nothing wrong with evolution.
Yeah.
Period. I mean, music should evolve. Art should evolve. It always has.
Yeah.
I don't think that I really dislike the concept of appropriation.
What do you mean by
Well,
that?
people started complaining about Beyonce doing a country album.
Right.
And it was like, do you not realize that every bit of music that America's made is essentially appropriated from black culture?
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much, other than classical and ballet and a little bit of country western. So I found it very offensive that people were like, she shouldn't be doing a country album.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That's
You're
how it
wrong.
always is.
You're terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. She grew up in Texas. Leave her alone.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that was a stupid question. I was going to
No,
ask
it's fine.
if you ever get tired of so many customers that you have to engage with throughout the day, like having conversations.
Ooh. Dumb ones? Yeah.
Like when I first walked in, and I was
No,
like,
no.
"Do you have the Eagles?"
No, you were pleasant because you were not offended by my kind of abruptness, I guess.
Yeah, you
I'm
were
a little
like-
brash.
I forgot what you said off.
I was like, what the hell you mean? I don't have no Eagles.
You're like, yeah.
No, you don't have this, do
It,
you?
it was like an automated sarcastic.
Well,
response. It was awesome.
I don't really like it when people come in with the assumption that I wouldn't have something.
Right.
I get it often where somebody will walk in like, you don't got no rap, right? I'm like, that's a terrible way to ask that.
Yeah.
Like, yes, I do.
Do you not have any rap?
Well, period is like you don't. Like it's a backhanded question. It's like you're basically telling me I don't before you even ask me.
Yeah, presuming.
Very much presumptive. And I do. I have like the biggest hip hop section in about 150 miles from here. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty proud of that actually.
For sure, for sure. I kind of peeped how you were like pointing out that you had rap to me as I was in there.
It's weird. It's just something that people don't assume that
It's
a
a good
record
thing to
store's
brag
gonna
about.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also have a really nice bluegrass section.
That's cool. I got to tap into some bluegrass.
Well, you get the idea though, you know. By the way, bluegrass is punk for country.
Gotcha. Well, what are some other analogies or sayings like that you have?
Oh God, come on now.
I know.
No, shoot me another question.
Yeah.
Do me something else. I can't. I don't know. I don't know.
I feel you. It's tough on the spot. What about your process for returns? I thought that was
Okay.
really cool.
I really dislike stores that say no returns accepted because essentially you're not going to listen to every record that ever comes in the door in your store, and it's a lot like selling produce. Like you sell an apple and somebody gets home and cuts into it and it's rotten.
Right.
Would you not take a return on that? I mean, you're not going to eat every apple.
Sure.
You're not going to cut into every apple that you sell. You're not going to, you don't know.
Right. The juice is loose.
So I loved it. So therefore, if you say you don't accept returns, you better know exactly how that record plays. And if
Right.
you're going to be that way, you better be a very small store that has listened to every single piece that's out on the floor. And if you're not, then don't say you don't accept returns. And everybody who says they don't accept returns basically tells me the same thing. Well, you got these guys go home and they rip them to their computer and they walk in and want their money back. And well, you deal with them specifically.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with telling someone, no, I don't want you to buy anything and return it anymore, versus putting up a sign that says, I hate signs that say no. No this, no that, no, 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 no. It's a really unpleasant thing to look at.
Yeah.
No public restroom, no returns, no love,
Yeah. No soup for you.
no cash. Yeah,
No soup for you.
no soup. All right, I'm with you. I know it.
Do you meditate at all?
In my own way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just have that vibe.
I'm not particularly spiritual,
Spiritual to that vinyl.
but I'm also not against it. I don't have a negative feeling toward people who feel particularly involved in some kind of outside of humanity, outside of life, being, culture, feeling.
Yeah, I mean when that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you believe in a God, I don't mind that. I'm happy for you that you're happy.
I just believe in that Michael Jackson, man. And Michael Jackson comes on, I can't stop.
I got you finally. Till I get enough.
Oh, that was terrible.
Oh no, it's okay. You want to do a duet?
That was good.
It is a good track. Quincy Jones, a genius.
Yeah, you mentioned how Quincy Jones was the maker of Michael Jackson.
As far as Michael's destiny and like his entire King of Pop thing became, Off the Wall, Thriller, Bad. Quincy Jones produced all three of those albums, and they became the absolute staples of his career. Dangerous, I don't know if Quincy worked too much on it. He might have produced a song or two, but I mean, Quincy Jones is just an absolute genius.
That's what I was named after. That's
amazing.
It's also the only other Quincy that's like,
I thought you were named after Quincy MD.
Who's that?
You need to look it up.
Damn.
It's Jack Klugman. It really is.
Well, let me pull him up.
So Quincy MD was a TV show in the 70s, and he was basically a kind of a doctor that
I'm not using ChatGPT.
was sort of I don't know how to describe it. He was like Columbo, but a doctor.
Quincy Emmy?
Quincy MD. There you go. Oh yeah, no, Emmy, sure. Yeah, there you go. There's Jack Klugman. That's a Brack reference too.
What do he do exactly?
Medical examiner. Yeah, that's right. Well, he would solve mysteries. He would solve crimes. He was just, it's like CSI sort of, but it was Quincy. So now you got two names.
I'll stick with the former.
I'm glad that you were named after Quincy Jones. That's actually way cool, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm named after Eric the Red, the guy who discovered Greenland.
That's fire.
So my middle name is Eric, and it's spelled with a C. So I apparently have some lineage to the Norse
Some of them
explorer.
Vikings. Yeah.
He's considered the world's greatest liar.
Are you the vinyl Viking?
I'm from Minnesota, so that sounds great. I like it.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Arr,
You should make that a T-shirt. You
the
said
vinyl Viking.
you said you print all of your T-shirts.
I do, but I have one screen. I don't need more than one, so I keep using my screen over and over again.
What is a screen exactly?
Screen printing. So it's a screen, and you have a blacked out area on it, and then when you push ink through it, it only prints through the.
Right, and what would having more screens benefit you?
I could do different designs.
Okay.
But I don't really need them.
Okay.
Yeah.
That logo is tough.
No, the logo's off. It's not tough. It's getting beat up because I've screened it like 1,000 times through the
Right.
screen, but I like the way it's beat up.
Tough's a good thing nowadays.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So like mint
Yeah.
or like
Fresh.
Soch.
Yeah. It's
Like, I don't know what else. I'm trying to think of archaic words for cool. Soch was one for a while. I don't know if you ever heard that one.
something Vanilla Ice once said.
Oh, Mr. Winkle. Right on.
Cultural
Robert Van Winkle.
appropriation.
What a great name.
Oh,
Now you're talking about cope. That was cultural appropriation. I mean, I didn't say that right, but yes, that was definitely.
speaking of your customers,
Yeah.
do you think it's just in speaking to that one guy that came in, and then you mentioned that there were some guys from Miami that you really hit it off with,
Oh God, they were wonderful.
that knew everything, that they were kind of like a good sparring partner.
I
for
couldn't
you.
shoot out a name that they didn't know, and every
Yeah.
name that he threw at me, I knew, and we were just on target.
What's that feel like when you meet a sparring partner?
It's really, really wonderful, and we both feel it
Yeah.
at the same time. We're both like, "Wow, okay,
You're
cool."
trying to dig in your bag of tricks.
You literally are.
Damn.
Yeah. You're trying to like pull something out, like,
Hits
well,
you with
have you
that
heard?
Charizard.
Have you heard of Love? You know Arthur Lee? And he's like, oh, my buddy was Arthur Lee's buddy. Yeah. Like, okay, all right, cool. You got me on that.
What
one.
was more competitive, that or Magic with your wife?
Oh, come on now. No. Nothing competitive about it. The magic with the wife, very competitive. But not customers, no. It's all about just sharing knowledge and being happy to meet somebody who you've never met before that loves what you love.
Yeah.
So
We're talking about a board game, by the way, in case anybody.
it's a card game, but it's cool.
A card game, sorry.
We got you.
Yeah.
They know what it is. You don't. It's
Good.
fine. You guys know what Magic the Gathering is, don't?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Do you find that your customers form a club in a way, or that it feels like a?
We have a marriage and one child out of the store.
How's that?
Well, so 2 people came in and they met in the store
What?
independently, and they got married.
What?
And then we had another
That's
couple
strange.
that independently met in the store and have a child.
That's
So
awesome. man.
our store is 1 marriage, 1 child. Now the child didn't result in a marriage, so we got a bastard. But whatever. I'm happy about it.
Gotcha.
That's a clinical term. It's not a swear word.
Yeah. No, it's okay. It's okay. Damn. Yeah, I don't even want to make a joke about that. Damn. I should have turned on that light. But
No,
guess-
I've had
guess-
a lot of fun with customer relationships throughout the years. I've lost a couple of customers too. 2 specific ones that really hurt.
What do you mean by that?
Well, like really good friends of the store, people who've come in for, multiple years, and I get to know them, get to know their names, get to know who they are, what they're about. One guy, we called him Navy J. He was a 27-year veteran of the Navy, and he was about 76 years old.
Right.
He and I and another customer who we call Reaper, who is a Halloween DJ, and he is the goofiest Dr. Demento Halloween guy you've ever met.
Reaper MD.
He literally drove around in a hearse with a skeleton sitting sidecar to him, or next to him. And he and I and Navy J.
That's how he typically rode around?
When he was doing a show, but he would also do it every once in a while just for fun.
Every version of Thriller.
It was pretty fun. He also looks like Wimpy from Popeye. So he's like a short guy with a mustache that looks like he wants to borrow money for a hamburger. And he and Navy J and I, we would go out and shoot pool and hang out, mostly at a gay bar, which was really fun because none of us are gay. And
It's like hiding in the library.
well, that's a fun one, but no, no, we just really, really got along with the owners of that bar, and they had great pool tables, and they would let Reaper DJ in there on Halloween, so we became friends with them, and we would hang out. But Navy ended up passing away,
Oh, gotcha.
and it was really, really sad. It was a very, very, very sad way. One of my best friends found him.
Oh,
Yeah, so that was. Ooh. Anyway, I'm getting emotional.
sorry about that.
No, it's okay. But another great customer who we lost. There was 2 guys. They were about 16 years old when they first started coming in together. They were best of friends, like best friends, like the kind of friends that you can tell are like thick. Like there's
Yeah.
never gonna be a time in their lives where they're not besties. Like they could. There's nothing they could do to each other.
SpongeBob and Patrick.
Basically, yes. That's a pretty good one. And Nathan and Ed, they ended up winning tickets to Sloss Fest through us. So they ended up going to this concert that was 3 days long. They saw like Alabama Shakes, Jason Isbell, and all these other great musicians.
I bought Jason Isbell from you yesterday.
You know where Sloss Furnaces is in Birmingham?
I don't, but I think Jason's one of the best artists of all time.
Well, that's awesome. So Sloss Furnaces used to be a pig iron furnace, and they would make tons and tons and tons of metal all the time. And then it went out of business, and they finally turned it into a artist community, and they hold a festival, music festival there every year. And these 2 kids literally won a ticket out of a hat, and there was probably 200 tickets in there. And when I pulled it out, I was like, oh my God, Nathan and Ed won. This is so amazing. So we sent them on their vacation. They loved it, came back with pictures and stories. that year they both graduated high school and they went to France together, not even on school, but like just as like a graduation,
Yeah.
that's when we graduate, we're going to France for a week.
That's awesome.
And they come back and they talked about how it smelled like fromage and pee everywhere.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny.
They had that vinyl.
France smells like cheese and urine. Anyway, no, I'm sorry. That's so xenophobic. Anyway, I apologize to all the French people out there. I do not believe that all of France smells like cheese and urine.
Some of
Anyway, maybe. I haven't been there. I don't know firsthand. But Ed was very troubled, and Ed ended up taking his own life. And he was 20 years old.
Oh.
And it broke my heart in half to hear that.
Wow.
I've been collecting Garbage Pail Kids since I was 10 years old. I have probably the largest collection of Garbage Pail Kids in Mobile, Alabama. We're talking like a shelf of like baseball card books about yay wide. That's set 1 through like 35. And then I've got a lot of modern stuff in there too. And Ed and Nathan shared the same card. Garbage Pail Kids always had 2 different names for the same art. And it was Bonehead Ed and Neanderthal Nathan. And I had both of them. And one of my prides in life is to give people their Garbage Pail Kid.
Yeah.
So if I have your Garbage Pail Kid with your name on it, by the way, I don't believe I have a Quincy, so I'm really sorry. There may be one. You could look it up. But Quincy Bones, I bet it'll be called.
That's
It'll be
awesome.
like, like a skeleton who's playing piano. Anyway.
That's awesome.
I can imagine that's actually true. I don't know that it is, but I gave Ed
My
and
dad's
Nathan.
nickname is Bones, but
Oh, neat. I gave Ed and Nathan their cards, and they took a picture holding up their Garbage Pail Kids cards.
Oh, that's awesome.
And yeah, so when it comes to customers, I get deeply involved with quite a few, and it just makes my day in life feel better a lot.
it seemed like when I was in there, it seems like the reason the business is so successful is that you've got 100% on Yelp, like,
It's not that hard to be a decent person.
right.
I don't understand why a lot of businesses suffer so bad online in reviews, other than, like attackers who are, kind of competitive and just like trying to purposefully hurt them. I've got 100% on eBay, got 100% on Yelp, got 100% on Google.
I was just guessing, but yeah.
No, I do. I mean, we do. And it's really, if it's not 100%, it's 99.8.
Yeah.
And it's usually somebody who is like, that place kind of messy. It's like, well, yeah, we are.
You don't
We're
got
a
a
little-
rap.
We're a little bit like a kid's bedroom with no parents tell us to clean it up, but
Yeah.
we do everything else right. I
Yeah.
would say.
Man, well, you did this right. I'm really glad that you
Oh,
came on
thank
the
you.
podcast, and this is probably my favorite one so far. I really appreciate it.
No way. Awesome. I kept him up late, by the way. He says he wakes up really early, and I don't. I'm pretty much nocturnal.
Right.
so-
The 12 to 6 of it all is fascinating as well. That you work 12 to 6. How did you determine that? What's your
It's
schedule?
just kind of the perfect hours for me, but it was the perfect hours for both me and the owner. So when he was working, he would wake up at like 5 a.m. and walk his dog, mow his yard, blah, 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 go out and hit up garage sales, estate sales, any kind of sale that he could find records at.
Gotcha.
And then he would come in, and I would show up at about 1:30.
Yeah.
And then he would leave at about 3 and go home and take a nap and, take a bath and be an old man. He was 70 something,
Right.
most of the time. I think I met him when he was 65, I think. So
How long do you plan on working at the record store?
as long as I can.
That's a good answer.
But my dream in life is to retire with a slight RV, maybe big van that I can live in with my wife and go fishing.
Mobile Records.
No, I don't want to sell records when I retire. I really want to just live on the water.
Yeah.
I grew up on the Mississippi River. I love it being down here.
Some of that
being,
bluegrass.
25 minutes from the ocean at most. I mean, if you drive down the causeway, you're talking 15 minutes from where I live.
Yeah.
And I fished down there for years, and I caught 30 different species of fish off the Causeway Wall.
We need to go fishing at some point. I can't fish to save my life.
It's insane how the diversity of the fish life. There's no other place in the nation that you can catch 30 different species
Yeah.
from an offshore wall, not out on a boat. And it's because of the brackish water. I've caught everything from black tip shark to alligator gar to speckled sea trout to
It sounds like
crab and everything else, flounder, whatever.
it sounds like your fish discography is about as wide as your music is.
I don't like fish
But
with a P.
damn, I
No,
missed that one.
I'm not a Trey fan. Sorry.
I'm missing it. I'm sorry.
I apologize. Yeah. I can't like everything. I don't like Grateful Dead much either. It's really weird. I actually don't like Led Zeppelin or Pink Floyd either. So people look at me like, what? I've never heard anybody say that before. When I tell them in the record store, I've had college kids especially like, you don't like Led Zeppelin? I'm like, no.
Right.
No, not for me. Sorry.
I guess I was more so referring to like the broad spectrum that you have with your fishing.
Oh, I thought you actually meant the band Fish.
That's what threw me off. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I meant like you've got such a wide categories of fish. You know, you got all the genres of fish as you do music.
I will eat anything that I catch out of the water too. I've cooked up eel. I've cooked up herring, mullet, all kinds of stuff. I love it. I love grilling too. So I also don't really care about much if I'm happy. That's the key. Like
Some of them water beetles.
I can eat them. I don't mind them. I'll eat a sand flea if I cook it up right. I don't know. I've never tried it, but I bet I would.
Yeah.
You know what a sand flea is?
Some of them.
They're about like yay big, and they burrow down in the Pensacola sand.
Yeah.
You can kind of dig them up, and they're like a kind of like a giant flea. They're really weird looking.
Sand flea.
Yeah. Yeah, I love this. This is great. This is what editing's for, right?
Yeah. Some of them. Dude, I know there's a good joke behind it. I want to like somehow mix Bob Marley and fish, like some of them
Oh, Bob Marlin.
Marlin. That was the joke. Man.
You just did it. You did it. You set it up. It was perfect. You should edit that in.
Yeah, I just somehow cut it in. Some of that Bob Marlin.
You like fish? You like Bob Marley? Bob Marlin.
Yeah.
Right on. Anyway.
Man, terrific to have you on. Yeah, you're doing great things, and
Oh, thank you.
I really appreciate you. So,
Right on.
thank you, brother.
All right. I guess we're done.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next wave.
I appreciate y'all.
Welcome to the Gulf Coast. Welcome to the Gulf Coast. Welcome to the Gulf Coast.